I have a feeling we know who's at number one on the power rankings. They play tonight on NFL Network, but which teams rose to the occasion and which teams fell behind? You can check out NFL Power Rankings presented by Energizer every week only on NFL.com/Power Rankings. This is Good Morning Football. We are so excited about the Giants to take down the Patriots.
Let's go. Can they keep it close? Can they be competitive? I'll fight anyone who asks that question. I will, right now. Let's do it.
Will Selva out in the newsroom in Culver City this morning. Kyle will fight you.
That's right. Don't ask her, Will.
KB is fired up. The question is, will the Giants give you your request and have Eli Manning come in maybe like in the third quarter for a little bit? That's what we need.
I got thoughts on that later in the show, too. I do.
Oh,
I got to
okay.
take.
Can't wait for that. That's what we call a tease in the business. I love it. All right, we got some news for you right now. This bit of news will do nothing to quell the what's wrong with Todd Gurley crowd. Gurley's name appearing on the Rams injury report with a left thigh injury. It kept him from practicing on Wednesday. Head coach Sean McVay saying the running back is day to day. McVay admitting this injury caught the team off guard. NFL Network's Steve Weish reporting the Rams were aware of the soreness, but everyone, including Gurley himself, did not anticipate the pain to be lingering as long as it has. Now, another high-profile running back is dealing with an injury. For Christian McCaffrey, it's his back. McCaffrey did not practice on Wednesday as a result. The NFL's leading rusher suffering the injury when he flipped onto his back in the end zone in the win over the Jaguars. And McCaffrey and Gurley weren't the only ones sidelined by an injury. You're sensing a theme here. David Johnson dealing with a back injury himself, although he did some work on the side during the Cardinals practice on Wednesday. Head coach Cliff Kingsbury saying they'll monitor Johnson this week. It's still unknown if he'll be able to play against the Falcons in Week 6. In non-running back injury news, Jaguars cornerback Jalen Ramsey returned to practice Wednesday on a limited basis. Ramsey dealing with a back injury that forced him to miss the past 2 games. Ramsey saw a back specialist in Houston on Monday at the behest of the team. It remains to be seen if he'll be ready to play against the Saints. We'll need to see how the back holds up. Hopefully he's out there so we can see him match up against can't guard Mike. That would be something we do not want to be deprived of, but we'll have to keep an eye on the back.
Well, I mean, we're, of course, rooting for Marv versus Mike.
Oh, yes. Michael Thomas can catch Marvin Harrison this year. All-time record, 144 catches. Right. He needs 9 a week, and he's on pace.
He's leading as far as receptions are concerned with 45 so far this season. Thank you so much, Will. Let's talk Jets here. We're in New York. We're talking Giants, Patriots all day, leading up to kickoff to Thursday Night Football right here on NFL Network. But halfway through the third quarter of Week 1, let's remember back to what the Jets looked like, right? They looked like the playoff team that many thought would be heading into this 2019 season. They were up 16-0 on the Bills, who have been tremendous this season. Everything was going their way. And since then, not so much. Not much has gone right. And they'll get a big boost this week, though, with the return of their quarterback. And Kim Jones has more on Sam Darnold.
Good morning, Kay. As Le'Veon Bell looks to again see Sam Darnold in the offensive huddle, he said that Darnold doesn't have to be Superman when it comes to playing against the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday. But it was clear being in the locker room where there were a whole lot of smiles that everyone is thrilled that Sam has returned.
Very excited, to get, more players back on the roster that we need, and that's truly valuable to the team. Obviously, Sam is probably one of the most valuable players on the team, being a quarterback. So it's going to be fun, Get out there and practice with him again today. It was exciting. I'm ready. He's a quarterback. He's a guy who's really going to touch the ball every play, getting guys in position, throwing the ball downfield, just getting the playmakers the ball. So it's going to be fun, and obviously he's going to make his fair share of plays. So it's going to be fun.
The Jets probably missed Darnold most on third down. Without him over these past 3 games, they converted just 5 of 40 attempts, lowest in the league over that span. Adam Gase, who calls the offensive plays, says now with Darnold, the entire playbook opens again. That's another bonus to getting his starting quarterback back.
5 of 40. That is a staggering number on third down. Sam Darnold is back. Schrager, this is a team that had high expectations all offseason, getting some free agents. Do you feel like this could be a fresh start for them? They do have a tough matchup against the Cowboys.
Yeah, look, the Jets are on the brink of maybe 1 or 2 more weeks where we never speak about them again on the show, and that's what we call irrelevant world.
Yeah.
And we're almost there. We're inching towards our Darnold returning, gives us a little bit of life, but we need it. Like, there needs to be something because this team has a historically bad start to the season, and they're historically bad at the start of these games. If you guys look at first half touchdowns in the league, there's a bunch of good teams. There they are. Ravens, Chiefs, Packers come out of the game. They look ready to go. And there's the Jets. That's through 5 weeks of the season. They have 1 first half touchdown. 1. Darnold's been gone all this time. We've seen backups in Jacksonville put up points. We've seen backups in Pittsburgh put up points. The kid in Carolina, who was an undrafted free agent, has managed to rattle off 3 wins. Without Darnold, this team absolutely was in the tank. So now you get Darnold back. Chris Herndon's probably out now with the hamstring. It's not all your pieces, but at least there's some relevance. I think I can watch the Jets this week. The last few weeks, it's been impossible to watch a Luke Falk show coming into these games.
It's been a sigh of relief for us, too. We're excited about the Jets, and I think if you respect Adam Gase and you look at him as this great offensive mind and play caller, Adam Gase with Luke Falk it's like Daniel Day-Lewis doing a scene with David Hasselhoff. Like, it's not right, all right? So I have one barometer by which I gauge the Jets' mojo and Adam Gase's mojo. You know, poker players have a tell. Teddy KGB had the Oreos. Adam GASC has the shoulder. If you've watched this all fall season,
been a while.
You know what Adam Gase is feeling? He does his press conference, and he's here. He's swagger. This is his power sense. The shoulder goes way up, and I've traced it all the way back to his time at Chicago. So after the mono announcement comes out, and Sam Darnold's going to be out, or 14, as Gase calls him, let's take a look at how Adam Gase looked at the press conference. This is back in early September. Here's Adam Gase September. Just flat as a board.
Sullen.
It's sullen. You could play billiards on top of his shoulders, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, would you like to see Adam Gase yesterday with Sam Darnold coming back at his press conference? Yeah! Look at that Matterhorn way up there. And he had the sound bites to match. He said everyone's excited. He said Sam's an eraser. If I make a terrible call, he can fix it on the fly. They haven't had that for 5 weeks. Guys, the stock for the Jets is finally back up. And so is the shoulder. Yeah. That's all you need to know about gangrene is this thing right here. Adam Gase, we'll see you, buddy. Go get him.
Speaking of that eraser, I want to know what's on that chalkboard. What are you calling to help this offense get going? Robbie Anderson, where are you? You are the guy that can take the top off any coverage. We're talking post routes, 9 routes, anything that can open up that defense. We need you to do that. The last couple weeks, they haven't even got going. Robbie Anderson, 27 yards over the last couple of games. We need to take shots downfield. And speaking of shots, Jameson, Crowder.
Hey, baby.
We brought you over from Washington. In that first game, you remember that first week? You mentioned the first week, Kay. 14 catches,
That's great.
99 yards, targeting, using his athletic ability. Last couple of weeks hasn't been that. So with Sam Darnold back, I expect to see shots downfield and also him getting outside the pocket because last season he got comfortable once he started using his legs along with that arm.
I don't want Jets fans to be thinking draft order. You know, I don't want them to be thinking whatever. Now you've got Sam back, and there needs to be a level of confidence his fan base has and what he's going to look like the rest of this season to go into his 3rd year as the franchise quarterback kicking. I know this injury, this mono, all of this has not been good, losing Mosley, all of that. But you've got some nice games coming up. You've got the Dolphins, you've got the Redskins, you've got the Bengals. Those are winnable games. Show us what you got. I want to see them go on a run with Sam Darnold to give everybody some confidence.
Absolutely. And what better way to do it than beating America's team? The Cowboys are coming in here. They're limping into this game, too. Like, if the Jets beat the Cowboys, that is not only a confidence booster for the Jets, but what's it mean for the Dallas Cowboys moving forward with everyone picking them apart as well? It's a good one.
For Donald, too. You know, his reputation coming out of USC is just all ball, very serious, all into it. He's been turned into a joke for the last month. Not only the mono jokes. You know, ESPN runs the pointing graphic, and there's a million memes about it because he got sick and he's been standing there for a month doing nothing. I'd like to see how he responds to this because I think he has a lot to prove. I think he needs to get his swagger back, his reputation, all that. He's been a joke to no fault of his own, so I hope he goes out and proves it.
But he also needs to, he needs to prove that he's the guy going forward. So we'll see if him and Gase can do that. We're excited to see the Jets take on the Cowboys. Back, get their act together, and they've got to do it before it's too late, even though they're kind of in a good spot in that division.
Lost in the handshake gate was that they actually lost by 28 points. No one really talked about that.
Still okay, though, in that NFC North. And should Gardner Minshew starting gig for the rest of 2019?
Nick Foles might be Foles.
Oh, no.
Constant Gardner.
Yeah.
The DVD sales of that forgettable.